Happy Tuesday, everyone. Come on in. It is time to get busy. Who's in the house? Oh, it's Tuesday. We have a tip. We have things. All we need is some peoples. People's in the house. That's all we're looking for. There's my girl, Sarah. Hello, Sarah and Jackie. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Hi, Patsy. There's Helen. Hello, Denise. And there's Carla. And Joanne's in the house. Hello, Joanne. Juanita, hello. Hi, Julie. Lizzie's here. There's Nancy. And Dawn is in the house. Hello, Erica. You are so welcome. I sent a little note to Erica. She got it today. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Susan. And there's my girl, Marguerite. And Rebecca. And Suzanne. She's in the house. There's Tammy. And Christy. I know. Thank you for noticing, Christy. Not only is my desk clean, I put all the research away. I am done with the book. Done. Yes. So we're going to have a happy dance today. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sarah. The research table's gone. It's gone. I cleaned the side table here. And if you noticed, hi, Sarah. Hi, Marianne. If you noticed, also, by the way, y'all, I moved the rebounder over here, and over here is where my Peloton is supposed to go. Hi, Kristen and V. Thank you. I cleaned last night. Last night I was vacuuming. I dusted everything. I cleaned. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Joyce. Yes, it looks great, and you can hear there's emptiness here. Right behind me, you see where my supplements are there? That's where my little Peloton is going to go. And speaking of that, they were supposed to be delivering today. They are not, and they don't know where parts of it is. It happens. So, coming right back to center. I had to do that a couple of times today. V says you didn't clean, you blessed. Yes, I did. I cleaned up everything. Everything is, I wish I could show you. Well, I can. You can see all the empty, right? That's my vibe plate with the yoga mat right there. And that little table, whoops, right there that you see it's got 2 sets of hand weights there. And my leaps and rebounds rebounder is there. Right behind me is a big empty spot. And that's where it's gonna go. Yep. I've got all my things here. It's really nice. This is my woman cave, right? It's my woman shed, whatever it is. I love it. And it is clean, it is shiny, it is beautiful, and it is ready for everything. So anyway, yes, everything is just clean and shiny. And I was up last night. I was doing this at 10 o'clock last night. Absolutely unhinged, happy, crazy, excited, because my Peloton was supposed to come today. So I called them this morning right at 5 after 9 when they opened up, and guess what? They said, well, we can find the bike or the screen or the bike. We're not sure. It's an outside guy coming to set it up, and give us 48 hours and we'll let you know where it is. So my expectations were dashed upon the rocks. That's why I'm going to talk about expectations a little bit today and disappointments. Because we all face them, right? We all face them. This is part of the human equation, and yet we fall apart when things don't go right. We have this expectation that all is going to go smooth as silk, and then it doesn't. So let's talk about that, because that is so critical. I think it's one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle for mastering the way you think, managing your mind, really, and managing your life. Because if we go from being excited to just having our hopes dashed against the rocks for anything, then we get to throw ourselves into the hand wringing department. That's just not a good thing. So anyway, yes, I did finish the book. Honestly, I am going to make one more read through, and Jenny has volunteered to be a pair of eyeballs too. I've done, Marla's got her writing assignments, and she's working on that. So my part is finished, and you know, my part was, I had a lot of research to do, and that's what took up a lot of my time, because I'd find one thing and fall down another rabbit hole. I'm not gonna lie. And it was fun. I mean, I really enjoy this stuff, and I could geek out on it all day long and just get buried alive. I mean, you saw all those books, right? You saw all the stuff, and I had stacks of research papers that I had copied off. I went through printer ink like you wouldn't believe, but it is done. It is done, and I guarantee you though, I'm probably gonna find some holes. I'm probably gonna find, the rough draft at least is done. So is the book done? The book is done in theory, but it's a rough draft, and there's missing pieces. I keep thinking about it because I just wrote about cravings this morning, and I was thinking, gosh, I didn't even address addictions and cravings in that book. Maybe I ought to go back in there. So we shall see. Our goal is to have it out. You know, we want to have it out for you by the new year, and we're going to do it in a printed format. We're also going to do it in hopefully in a digital format. You know, actually, Marla and I haven't even talked about that, but I would imagine we could do that. We have all kinds of things that we can do. So anyway, welcome to Tuesday. Today is Tuesday's tip, and Tuesday's tip is going to be all about managing those expectations and disappointments, because oftentimes they're intertwined, aren't they? We are in the midst, today is day 2 of our hydration challenge. It's only for 5 days. It's just to get you on the path of understanding how important hydration is, not only for your well-being, not only for your body, but for weight loss as well. And to find out, and a lot of you are discovering that it helps to tune up your head, doesn't it? It helps to address all these things. And here I am without any water in front of me. I was thinking about that today too, because my dinger went off at 12:45, and I was just crazy running around. But you know what? It's okay, because when it's over, I'm going to double up on my hydration. I'm doing a dirty fast today too. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my dirty fast days for this week. Just trying to get off a plateau. I've been really, really stuck, and I think part of my problem is I need to, it's time for a thyroid test. I don't think my thyroid medication is quite there. Need to dial it in. You know, you can figure this out. When you're in tune with your body and you're paying attention, you can figure out something's not quite right here. And so it's, you know, that's when we need to step up and start doing the things that proactively instead of being reactive. That just puts us in a better place, doesn't it? So anyway, the hydration challenge is brand new. It is also free, and it also is going to take you to the place of being probably chronically dehydrated. Most people are. You know, 18% of people are adequately hydrated. That's pretty sad. So stepping up into being hydrated is massively important. savingdinner.com/hydrate to get the whole thing, and to get, we have a plan. You know, we have a plan for that. You know, we created a plan. You know why? We created a plan so that you will not miss out and will not forget about drinking your water, drinking your coffee, well, you'll always remember coffee, right? And you'll remember your tea, right? We'll always remember that stuff. And yes, that counts toward your hydration goals, but we miss out sometimes on water. How many times have you just looked at your water bottle and gone, ooh, I forgot all day? Well, this puts it top of mind, and it helps you. So savingdinner.com/hydrate, and feel free to share that link. Bring some friends in. You'll watch the needle move, right? You'll watch the needle move on your well-being, on your waistline, and it just makes such a difference. I want hydration to become a habit for you. It's a game changer. It is a massive game changer. Also, if you are interested, I did a webinar on this simply because we had a lot of people asking a lot of questions about hydration. There's a lot of old information out there. There's a lot of stuff out there that just doesn't make sense. I wanted to clear some of that up and give you a game plan on how to do it, as well as ways to count it, and we have some handouts with it. So that's free as well. Go to saveydinner.com/station and you can get all the info on that. I like to keep, we do things to keep you informed. We do things to tell you the whys and the wherefores and all of that. When we do that, we find that there's not only are people a lot more compliant and willing to do the work that they need to do in order to follow the plan, but they feel a whole lot more confident doing it. I know I do too. So keep that in mind. This is how we get stuff done, y'all. The supplement of the week is L-glutamine. And remember what I told you? I remember to do. Remember I told you we'd sell out? We sold out. And we do this every single time because this is such a valuable, valuable supplement for knocking out cravings and for healing your gut and for keeping your waistline under control. Lots of new studies coming out about this. I am really excited. We've carried this forever. And when we have a supplement of the week, this is your tip-off to go crazy and go buy it. Buy 3 and you'll get the 4th one free. All you have to do is put 3 in your cart. We'll do the 4th one for you and put ships free. Now, I'm going to tell you what, you will not get this week, but you will get the screaming deal if you order it right now. We have just ordered, we've asked for a rush on it because yesterday it just went off the hinges and we sold out. And that's fine. I tell you this, and I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to do this false scarcity thing. It's true. And we have to get in line and wait our turn. But it's worth it. This is the bomb.com. I keep it on my desk right there. Yes, Kristen, there will be more. It is already ordered and we have expedited the order. I'm hoping it's going to come in this week or early next week. But the point is if you order it, you're going to get it. Okay, so V's asking about that boat with the tea. Well, guess what? The boat broke down. I'm not kidding. I don't make this stuff up. The boat broke down, y'all, in the middle of the Indian Ocean or wherever it was, and it will get there. It will get there. They said, they're working on it. They're going to let us know. And they're saying that early September is when it's going to get in there. I know. V, I know. It's just awful. But anyway, we were talking about L-glutamine. Thanks for hopping all over. Andrea, this will help you so much to quit smoking. Don't order it next week. Order it today because then you're going to get 4 for the price of 3. Okay? You get free shipping. It's incredible. Here's how you use it. Look, I keep it in a little dish. You see, just not very much. And then I put it right here on my finger. Do you see that? Obviously. Gum, tongue, and teeth. And it, by the way, is tasteless. It doesn't taste like anything. And it has a physiological effect of cutting off those cravings right at the knees. I learned this from a psychiatrist. It works like gangbusters. And it doesn't matter what you're hooked to either. It doesn't matter what the addiction is. You can have crunchy carbs, that's your addiction, or sugar, that's your addiction, booze, cigarettes, whatever. Mary, you're funny. But this stuff cuts it off at the knees. And yes, you can walk around with a little plastic baggie full of it looking like a full-on drug addict. You can put it at your desk, do it just like me. And understand too, this is the difference. This is the difference. I love this so much. I love this so much. It not only kills your cravings, but it also helps to heal your gut. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. It is an amino acid. And there's new tests being done right now on cancer and L-glutamine. So I keep my eyeballs peeled on this. I get little things from PubMed letting me know that there's new stuff out there. When food can do it for you, and this is food. This is an amino acid. This is part of there's amino acids make up proteins, and this is just amazing stuff. I love this. I wouldn't be without it. I wouldn't do it in capsules because I want full spectrum of everything. And that's what you get when you do it in the powder form. Put it in your smoothie and put it in a little thing and use it all the time. You can use it for your kids, you can use it on you can use it on your husband, and it's incredible. Gemma, what a good idea. Put it in an empty pill container so nobody thinks you're that crazy. Anyway, I'm just letting you know, if you order it, it will say out of stock, but it is ordered, it is on order, it just isn't going to be there. And put 3 in your cart, the 4th one will be free. We'll put it in for you. Ships free is your code. Boom, boom, and boom. It's the best. Here is our quote of the week. We always have a new quote of the week. They come on Saturdays, by the way, if you collect them. And I know some of you take notes. This is a good one. At any moment, you have 2 options: to step forward into growth or to step backwards into safety. There you go. Step backwards into safety. Safety is something that our amygdala, which is the risk part of our brain, the danger, part of our brain, goes crazy with. And oftentimes what happens is that we lose opportunity to step up into our lives and to be everything that we could possibly be, because our brain is telling us, no, you don't want to do that. That's too scary. That's too different. That's too new. That's too hard. I'm overwhelmed. You can't do it. You've heard that conversation, right? Well, I say to you, it doesn't have to be that way. At any point, you can make a different decision and say, hey, amygdala, calm yourself down. I've got this. Our reticular activating system, which is part of our brain, looks for evidence to support the things that we're looking for. So when we say, I'm overwhelmed, your reticular activating system says, roger that, and looks for opportunities and reasons for you to be overwhelmed. It's evidence. They're like lawyers. They're looking for supporting evidence. Exhibit A, here's your schedule. Exhibit B, there's your kids whining. Exhibit C, fill in that blank. But we don't have to do that. We can instead say something else. We can instead say, you know what? Yeah, there's a little bit going on, but I've got this. But I can do it. The difference between taking it in a powder versus taking it in a capsule is you're going to get more in a powder. And I don't know about you, but I've had enough of capsules. You should see my supplement things. I think it's better. It gets immediate results, because it goes right into your, when you've got it on your mouth, it's gone. It's already in my brain doing what it needs to be doing. I don't have to wait for digestion. So like that. I don't know about you, I need things done fast sometimes. The other thing I forgot to tell you is these are almost gone. You get one of our Mindful mugs simply by ordering $200 worth of supplements, which you can do when you're in a stock up mode. We also have stock up to 25% off on all of our supplements, as well as supplement of the week. When you get this, we put it in for free. You can buy one too, but and wait till you see the new cup. Jenny just designed it. It is gonna blow your socks off. Wait till you see the color, wait till you see everything about it you're gonna want. It's crazy and fun. And plus I always send in little notes that say how much I love you and how wonderful you are and what a blessing you are. I really appreciate you. Thanks for supporting us. You do. Every time you buy our supplements from us and you make a decision for us, you're making a decision for yourself, because we are here to support you. You know that. Q&A is Friday, by the way, don't forget. Send in your questions to support@savingdinner.com. And in that subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday. Easy. You know what else? The holiday workshop. Marla talked about it today. It's coming. It is coming. And do you want to know what the name of it is? I don't have a link for you yet. We're gonna get there, but let me see if I have it. The holiday workshop is called, I can't remember, but it is Cruising Through the Holidays, and it has blessed and mess and whatever else in it. I can't remember, but anyway, Jenny knows. Jenny knows everything, by the way. I'm just letting you know. But mark your calendar for Saturday, October 10th, all day. We are going to take you from from A to Z, soup to nuts. No more chaos. No more holidays where you're just feeling like a runaway train. None of that. We've got everything for you. And wait till you see the swag bag. We're going to just juice this thing up. It's going to be fabulous. So mark your calendars for October 10th because we want to make sure you're there. Last announcement is this Monday coming up. Guess what? We sprint again first week in September. So we're going to do a webinar that's going to show you how to sprint so that you can get the most out of this free. It's a free plan. If you go to savingdinner.com/burn, guess what? You're going to be signed up for that. And I'm telling you, it's going to be great. So this Monday, the 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern, that's when the webinar is, but you need to sign up. savingdinner.com/burn. You'll learn a whole heck of a lot of things. I'll take your questions. It'll be great. Now, let's talk about this whole idea of expectations. I ordered my bike on July 24th. I was excited, and they said your delivery would be August 25th. That's today. I have been looking forward to this forever. Seriously, watching my calendar. 2 weeks from today, a week from now, 6 days, 4 days, 3 days, tomorrow's the day. And then I call at 5 minutes after 9, as soon as they ordered to see what time they were coming. They can't find part of the bike. They can't find it. So what is, and then I kind of got a little sad, and then I was like, why can't they get it together? How long have I been waiting? I know it's a pandemic, this, that, and the other thing. But then I decided, what do I teach? I teach about managing our emotions so that we can focus on the right things. So what am I going to do with that emotion, this disappointment, this expectation that's been dashed? What do? We need to turn and look at what it is that we want to instead expand. We prepare for things. You see my office, I prepared for this. You see everything that's going on. We all do this. We prepare for things, and then guess what? We get disappointed. Our expectations are unrealistic, too high, whatever. But I think sometimes we need to keep our expectations high with ourselves, our standards high with ourselves, but not be in the perfectionism mode, because we all know that just leads to paralysis and we don't get anything done. But what we need to do is keep those standards high. So when when something that's out of your control, like a delivery, for example, or how are the holidays going to go in your house, or the whole drill. When we put our expectations on something absolutely 100% happening and then it doesn't, we get disappointed. But if we have our whole focus on that disappointment and we have everything hinging on it coming out perfectly, because in a perfect world, that thing would be sitting right behind me right now, and I would have had my first workout, and I'd be telling you about that. I would be thrilled. I would be excited. I bought the pad for the chair so I won't get saddle burn, I did all the things. I'm ready. But somebody didn't complete their end of the bargain, and was it, Peloton has an outside source who's bringing it to my house, and it didn't work out. So what can I do about this? Well, I gotta manage my expectations. My expectation is that it will get here. I bought it, it's gonna get here. And that's all I can do, because I can't control that. When you can't control things and you let yourself slide down that emotional roller coaster, that's part of the carousel of crazy, because we're expanding on the wrong things because our focus is on the wrong things. You cannot control somebody else. You cannot control what they do, what they say, how they react, their standards, etc. That you just cannot control those things. You do the best that you can with what you've got at the time. And when a disappointment comes, you put it in its proper perspective. I am disappointed. There is no doubt about it. but I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to allow this to ruin my day. I'm not going to allow this to be the only thing that I can talk about. I'm also not going to complain about it and take everyone down with me, because what good is that? How is that going to help me? That is a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy. And all it does is focus on that. It focuses on failure. It focuses on dashed dreams. It focuses on expectations that weren't met. It focuses on disappointment. That's all lowbrow stuff. Because you know what? They will step up. They will get it done. I will call. Believe me, I also know that I will make sure that this happens. I'm not just going to be a victim of this whole thing either and just lay down and see what happens. I will call. I will be proactive. I will make sure that it happens. I will escalate this if I need to. I will do the things that I need to do in order to make something happen. But other than getting, over and going into Pennsylvania where they are and driving the truck here myself with it in there, I can't manage that. I can't manage that. And either can we manage other people's expectations of what's going to happen. A big thing for this is, and you guys know this, is at the holidays. And the holidays are creeping up here really quickly. At the holidays, we all have this magical magazine thought of everything being picture perfect. It's a Norman Rockwell painting with Martha Stewart on the left doing all the food for us, making everything just so. And then the family comes in, and the family is lovely. You don't have the loudmouth uncle who's, saying everything that just drives everybody crazy and is inappropriate. You don't have that guy. He just shows up and he's lovely. And so is everybody else. The children are behaving, even the dog. This is where we go with our whole idea that if we do this, then our expectation is we're going to get this back in return. And it doesn't normally work out that way, does it? There's always something. And I think if we can temper how we feel about things and realistically look at all we can do is control our part. That's it. And then everything else, you can pray about it. You can ask beautifully and nicely for something to be done. You can ask your crazy uncle to zip it. I mean, there's a lot you can do. But what happens is what happens. And managing our expectations so that when the disappointments come, because they will, welcome to the human equation here, that we're not going to get dashed against the rocks and let our lives implode because it didn't go according to plan. It rarely does. Our expectations then need to be, what can we do to make things better? What can we do to set up for success? I just did this. I set up for success in here. I cleaned, I feather dusted the daylights out of this place. I vacuumed every nook and cranny. I put things away. I set everything up. I am ready to rock and roll. My expectation didn't happen. My disappointment is there, but it is not the highlight nor the focus of my day. My day is, I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that I need to get done. It will get dealt with. It will come in time. And I will make sure that my voice is heard. I will not go away quietly. And I will step up and do what it is that I can do on my part in order to not get my hopes and dreams thrown to the wolves. It happens. The big picture is this. There is more going on in my day than just a delivery of a bike. There's way more going on. I have a company to manage. I have myself to manage. I have a home to manage. I have other things going on. And it's all critical, all important. And therefore my focus needs to be on those things without losing my perspective, without losing my voice, without just rolling over and saying, okay, whatever you want to do. But also without becoming a screaming banshee. Who wants to deal with that? When we don't get things done, have you ever been in a place, and this pandemic is a good thing where you've been in a store and you have somebody in there who's just losing their grip on that poor person who works there? What kind of crap is that? What kind of a life is that? Why would we do that to each other? Why would we be that kind of a person? We have a choice to manage our emotions or to just let them go off on their own. We have to manage them. We break horses, we train dogs, we train our children, hopefully. Why won't we manage our own emotions? Our emotions do not have to dictate how well we do. Our emotions need to dictate something's up, deal with the emotion, now go to the next plan. That's what our emotions tell us. And remember, it's a momentary thing. This is how we feel for the moment. It is not a dictation of what our life is suddenly about. I've shared with you, my mom, I loved her with my whole heart, and we were very, very close. But anything going wrong would send her into a tailspin, and that became the focus of her day. And you can't live life perfectly. It doesn't happen perfectly. Coordination of efforts with this company, with this bike company, with the outside distribution company, with all that's going on with the pandemic and everybody trying and doing their best, it happens. So that's my big picture analysis of the whole thing, which doesn't mean I'm going to shrink back, which doesn't mean I'm going to put it all away. And this is how we need to all look at this. I'm going to bet right now that a few of you have been disappointed before, right? That your expectations were not met, and that people told you this is what's going to happen, and then it didn't. Maybe they broke promises to you. Maybe your spouse did. Maybe a child did, or they lied to you, or something else happened. We are continually dealing in an imperfect world with imperfect people, and it's not going to go perfectly. It's not going to go according to plan. I mean, when it does, wow, it's what a thing. But when it doesn't, if we hand wring and whine and complain and spend all of that energy on the thing that went wrong instead of the thing that you can do next, and the way that you can objectively look at it and think, what can I do in order to make this happen? If we can do that, then we get creative, we get imaginative, and we're no longer stuck in the place of being that shrew. Nobody wants to deal with a shrew. No one, including you. Have you ever noticed, have you ever heard yourself talk sometimes and then you just think, oh my gosh, I'm complaining so much. Or, oh my gosh, that came out of my mouth. Or we're keyboard warriors, we're on there and we're, letting them have it on an email or letting them have it on Facebook or whatever it is. That's so low energy. I want to elevate. I want to be up. I want to be in the place of always looking at that glass as half full, or full all the way, or always filling somebody else's cup. When we can fill somebody else's cup, our cups get filled right and back. Have you noticed that? The more you give, the more you get. And when we have our perspective on a beautiful vision for our lives, a beautiful holiday, a beautiful life in general, and we create that in our minds, we can create it in real life. We can. It will not be perfect. You will be disappointed. You will have expectations that just don't work out. But if your perspective is one of, it will work out in the end and life is always working out for me, and you make a decision and a choice in your life that says, I am optimistic anyway, I love my life anyway, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to do the work that I need to do on my part anyway, then you go from being a hand-wringer and somebody who's chronically upset about something not being perfect to understanding that this is just what life is. And that our choice and our decision is to lead this life with the best that we can possibly do. Thank you for that, Cynthia. We need to be flexible, because blessed are the flexible, for they will not be broken. Jesus didn't say that, but somebody did. Somebody out in this wise world did. We need to be flexible. We need to allow for the dips in life. We need to allow for things to not work out perfectly every time, because perfect doesn't exist on this side of paradise, nor will it ever. But excellence is there, and there's always a challenge in front of you. There's always something that you can do a little bit better next time. And you know what? That's not perfectionism. You know what that is? That's seeing your own participation in the process. That's seeing yourself with a true, honest eye. That's allowing yourself to grow and to become all that you can. Our lives get progressively better as we participate fully, as we are a part of the situation and a part of the solution. It's not always problematic, not always, but sometimes things come along that we just would rather not have happen. And as we get ready to go into the holidays, I want you to keep that in mind, because Great Expectations was a Charles Dickens book. It didn't happen in real life, right? We need to put our expectations into the proper perspective as well as our disappointments, because they will happen. It's part of being a human. And I just invite you to this human race. Let's do it together, in community with each other, supporting and encouraging one another, because disappointments happen. Expectations don't always work out. But you know what always works out? Is when you look onto the horizon of the goals that you have for your life, for what you have for your family, for having relationships that are meaningful and are something that you hold and treasure. Those are the things that we look at, right? It's not just about the big moments. It's about everyday moments. And we can do this when we make those decisions for our lives. I challenge you to do this. It's going to make the holidays so much better. It's going to make your family life so much better, and you will calm down too. Because your adrenals are at risk. We don't want that. So thank you for joining me today, and I have a wonderful, beautiful day. Remember, today is the very last day to get in on the supplement of the week for the L-glutamine. It's gone tomorrow. So even though we don't have it in the shop, if you want that deal, buy 3 and get that 4th one free. We'll put it in the cart for you. Ships free is your code. We'll take care of it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until it comes up again. Peace be with you. I appreciate all of you. Love you guys. Bye.